Hello Avengers, it's me, Svenny McG. Today I'm wearing my Keep It Classic sweater because today we're going to be looking at some retro pickups, some current gen pickups, and all sorts of everything in between. Now October was a very busy month. Of course there was Thanksgiving, but there was also the Steel City Nerdcon here in Sault Ste. Marie and the Northern Game Expo in Sudbury. I was happy to attend both and pick up some items at both, so let's jump in and check them out. We weren't really expecting to do much thrifting in October, but we ended up going to look for Halloween costumes, so we went up to Value Village. Quite randomly, but pretty awesome, was we found a couple N64 games. So we found WCW Mayhem, All-Star Baseball 2000, and NBA in the Zone 98. Again, some sports titles, nothing crazy, but you know what? I never seen Nintendo 64 games out in the wild anymore, and equally surprising, they weren't insanely priced. Now also thrift shopping at Value Village, I found one of these mats here. This is one of the GameStop dance pads. Again, it's just a generic dance pad, but what's kind of neat is it does have your original Xbox, your PlayStation, and your GameCube, also Wii, the top of the Wii input there. So this will work on all those systems. Definitely have some different dance games, don't always have the available mats, so curious to check this out. And in fact, this one looks like it smells like brand new plastic taken out of the bag. This one does not look like it's been trampled on very much at all, if ever, so why not? All right, here's one I actually got from Brad over at the Northern Nerdcast. I picked this up, of course, at his show, the NGE. And this is Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. Now, this is the Atari version. Bandai released one initially in limited releases, and of course that one is more expensive because it had more of a limited print. But I remember playing this years ago with our friends back in high school. Loved it. Thought it was fantastic. Looking forward to really playing this again and probably giving the boys a little tune-up there. Kamehameha! If you've been watching along, you know Svenny McG Jr. loves Minecraft. He's been asking for this one for a while on the 3DS, and I was happy to find it at NGE. Now, I've said otherwise too, that little Mac loves Kirby, so we've been playing a lot there, and Kirby's Epic Yarn was one that I picked up recently. And actually, the first Kirby game we jumped into was this one here, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Now, this does use the stylus on the Wii U, but you do have the other controllers you can play with because there is drop-in, drop-out capability, so we've been able to play multiplayer. Again, love that Kirby. I grabbed Namco Museum for the GameCube. Pac-Man, Pole Position, Dig Dug, and Galaga. This was just a little soundtrack I found. I love listening to game soundtracks. I haven't yet played this game, Alliance Alive, but looking forward to listening to this. I thought these were fun. This is a Splatoon 2, and this is a Mario Odyssey. These are skins. You can cover your Joy-Cons, so when you have them in handheld mode, you'll see it, but also there is the middle piece for that grip controller. And speaking of, I found another grip controller at the convention. So exciting because I'm going to put one of these on one and one on another. We'll have a look at that in a future video. NES Max. I haven't yet played with one of these. I was excited to find this. Performance. This is a viewfinder for your Game Boy. And also for Game Boy, I found this Game Genie. We'll have a look at that soon. One thing I'd never really experienced but wanted to check it out was a Xbox 360 remote control. Check this out. It's a Mad Catz connection cable, and you can actually connect this through to your Game Boy Advance, and if you're going to play to another Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, or you can connect it right to your GameCube, you can get that playability there. So cool to check that out. Boy, Saturn stuff is always hard to find and always expensive, but I got a great deal on this here. This is the 3D controller, so it has that analog stick here, and then you still have a cross pad and your 6 buttons on the front. Pretty cool. We'll look at that soon. No idea what this is about, but this is the Space Blasters Talking VTech video technology. And again, it looks like it's going to be just an LCD little spaceship game. Very curious to try it out. It says it's from 1988. Here's what I never tried before. This is Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast. This was just a loose cart for the Sega Genesis, but very excited to try it out. I love Sunsoft games, and of course I loved the things Disney were doing back then, so I got a feeling this one's going to be a good gem. Let me know in the comments below if you tried this one out. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube. Found this. Very happy to grab it. A collection of Activision classic games for the Atari 2600. 30 games on this. 30 Atari games. We've got Chopper Command, Crackpots, Dragster Enduro, Kaboom, Pitfall, River Raid. So lots of cool different classic Atari games on here. This is for the PlayStation. And yet another compilation disc. This is Midway's arcade hits for the PlayStation. Again, this is Collection 2. The first one I think was on the Genesis, but this has Paperboy, Gauntlet, Road Blasters, Marble Madness, Crystal Castles, and Millipede. So 6 games total on this one here. I found a decent stack of Wii and Wii U games there. So I found This is Jeopardy! Penguins of Madagascar, this one was sealed. Your Shape Fitness Evolution, sealed. The Island of Dr. Frankenstein, this one, sealed. Ski and Shoot, again another Wii game that was sealed. This was another sealed one here, Tron Evolution Battle Grids. Now again, I'm just letting you know they're sealed. That's not my prerogative. I don't go after sealed games. I like to open them and play them. So all of these I bought for a decent price. Sealed probably escalated the price a little bit, but they're going to be open and I know they're going to work. Always nice to know that they're going to be complete in box too. You're going to have the manuals and everything there. Here's a big package set here that I couldn't say no to. This has the Move controllers in there, charging stand, camera, has Sports Champions, and also has the book for Harry Potter. So I thought, oh boy, I'm going to have to check this one out. The price was great. I actually made a trade for it, so we'll have a look at this in the future too. Here's a beastly one here. We'll do an unboxing on this. This is the Marvel Capcom Infinite. Again, this thing's pretty huge, but we'll have a look at this in a future video and unbox it, but pretty cool to grab this one. I saw a vendor had these and thought they were fun. These are Mario and Luigi construction hats. I don't know that these are actually first party from Nintendo, or if they're simply just hats found from a party store with Mario and Luigi stickers slapped on them, but either way, they're still pretty fun, and I tell you, my boys had immediately, it was the first thing they grabbed out of my loot to put on and start running around the house playing with. Now, if you've been watching some of the Northern Nerdcasts, you know generally when we speak with guests, we like to present them with something from Rob Sacchetto, zombieportraits.com. So when he was at the conventions, I was very happy to pick up for myself Cape Fear. This is his graphic novel. Now, these books are huge. I mean, for a comic, you can see that's a big, thick print. Rob had these done up. Of course, he's done all the art. He did all the writing himself here. And I mean, even just look at the first page. Like, look at the details there. Even Rob here, he did all the lettering himself too. So, I mean, talk about a master craft, being able to lay that all out and do that. It's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. So I showed in a previous video over the summer, I found a Coleco Atom and a Timex Sinclair computer. This month, surprisingly, I found a Radio Shack TRS-80. This is the Coco 2 Color Computer 2. It's a little yellowed, but it looks to be in great condition. It came with the joystick, which, for whatever reason, the button on top is stuck with the Band-Aid. It doesn't appear to be used, but I don't know how this works. I mean, it's got a weird pivot ball, so I'm hoping this is still functional, but regardless, I didn't have one before, so it's cool to check it out, and it does say Radio Shack on top there. I also had these games with it. Downland, Canyon Climber, Dawn Pan, Dungeons of Daggerath, and what's nice is I've got the manual with that too. That was included, so kind of neat to check that out. Hopefully we'll get to see some gameplay soon. And finally here, a Getting Start with Color Basic TRS-80 Color Computer. So this is a full manual, and it just has some programs in here such as Sing Out the Time and just other basic commands here. Print. Hi, I'm your color computer. Now our friend Russ through Bonus Box Games sponsored the Nerdcon and had these games available. This one here is the Zombie U, and it says right in the corner, includes exclusive content from Rob Sacchetto's Zombie Portraits. Of course, we just showed Rob's comic, and this is limited to 1,000 prints. This is actually, it's numbered on the back, if you can make that out. This is number 19. And so there is a print inside. We'll open this in another video. Here is the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, and again, there's a shuriken magnet inside here on the back. Pretty awesome size, and it says right on it, this is a Bonus Box Games exclusive, and it says Steel City Nerdcon and Nostalgia on it. Very nice. Our friend Tanya over at Tawny Illustrations, she was selling this here. Now this is a set of stickers, and it was in this very cool Game Boy packaging. Now for the stickers inside, I've got this controller here, this Game Boy sticker, and can you make that out? Can you see the reflections? Very cool. We've got this heart here. Again, it's got that same kind of, oh cool, you can see it glittering like a pixel. And this one here looking like a familiar game console, and again, kind of got that glitter aesthetic to it. So very, very fantastic stickers here. I love the colors on these. And again, I'll have a link to the vendors in my description below. Now, one surprise I found was a whole flurry of Japanese Game Boy games. Now, with the Game Boy being region free, I found these on a good deal, so I thought, hey, why not try it out and see if there's anything playable for me in here. There's various titles here, some I don't recognize. I've tried to fire some up and see if I can play. This one here appears to be like horse betting. If you recognize some of these titles, please let me know in the comments below. Aretha looks to be a turn-based battle game. Don't know who that handsome fella is. But this one was a side scroller, so I believe it was playable. It was pretty fun. This one says Funny Field. Samurai Spirits. Game Boy Wars. Try playing this one again. It's in Japanese. This doesn't predate Advance Wars, but it is in that tactical style gameplay. Baseball, definitely playable. Familiar one here, Alleyway, just different box art, but definitely playable. Kicks. This was really fun to play. Mole Mania. This was by Shigeru Miyamoto, of course, the creator of Mario and Legend of Zelda fame. Now, my friend Petey was actually selling a couple different video game books, and I was happy to pick them up. And then he even threw one in for me because he's just such an awesome guy. But check this out. He threw in this here. This is the Minecraft Handbook. Now, this one here has the 4 different books in it. You have the Construction Handbook, the Combat Handbook, Redstone Handbook, and the Beginner's Handbook. Very cool, in that beautiful collector's box, and of course, Svenny McG Jr. was absolutely bananas when he saw this. Thanks again, Petey. Now, in addition, I did pick up a couple novels as well from him. So I have StarCraft Ghost Nova, Hitman, Enemy Within. Of course, I did get to speak with the Hitman himself, David Bateson, over on the Northern Nerdcast, so I'll put a link to that video below. Assassin's Creed Renaissance. Masters of Doom, how 2 guys created an empire and transformed pop culture. So, of course, this is the story of John Carmack, John Romero creating Doom, and I'm very excited to check that out. Paid to Play, an insider's guide to video game careers. Very curious to check this out. And a couple more here. I have StarCraft Brood War, the expansion. This is the Prima guide. Secret Codes 2001. Now, of course, you know I've been doing a lot of video shorts on those, so make sure you're please checking those out. All sorts of games covered across all sorts of consoles, so I'm excited to see what's in this one. And How to Win at Nintendo 64 Games. So maybe I'll give this one a book review later. If you've been following along on my channel, you see a lot of Nintendo 64 stuff, so I'm curious to see this. It does give tips and stuff, but it's kind of displayed to you in a written format, but there are parts here where it actually does give you codes. So again, keep an eye on my channel. We'll be definitely taking a look at this in the future. So there you have it. It was a pretty busy month, but you know what? It sure was a lot of fun, and I was very happy to be able to go out and attend some conventions again and pick up some cool stuff along the way. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and following along. It really helps grow my channel when you do. And as always, I hope you all take care and be good to each other. See you again soon. Bye now.